That was epic, okay? We got one last epic battle there at the end of the final episode of season 2. Can't believe, we're not going to be getting epic battles every week again or every other week because that's what we were getting. We were getting peak with Sung Jin Woo like at least every other week here. And now we're going to have a very long break, and that really sucks. But this episode was amazing. A lot of people said, it could have been better, but actually I thought it was still like really good, at least 9 out of 10. And for a finale, we got one last epic battle. We got really cool art here. A lot happened this episode. And of course, the best girl survived, okay? The best girl, she survived. And that alone should make it a 10 out of 10 episode. So basically we start off the episode where, Cha is really, really injured here. And I thought he was going to use the dragon to save her because remember we heard the dragon roar at the end of the last episode. But no, he revives Min, the S-Class healer that was tragically killed, to heal her. So he heals her up here. He pulls out his book and, we get to see her get healed up. And that was that, And I noticed there's a lot of like little fan servicey shots this episode of Cha and some of the other girls that they just threw them in there. They really, usually solo leveling don't do that, but I guess they wanted, hey, it's the final episode. Let's help the boys out. Give the bros one for the last episode. We get to see the Japanese dude. He's all pissed. He's like, oh man, like I can't believe the Sung Jin Woo guy's here. Because remember, he was like planning to ambush them or kill them because his top guy got killed off screen, Goto. Which rest in peace, Goto. Like I wish we got to see more of that dude. Like it's a shame he got taken out off screen. So then they're rushing to the helicopter with Cha. We get to see her in the helicopter. She's laid down on the ground. Again, another fan servicey shot right there. But hey, I'm not complaining. And then they're like trying to escape on the helicopter. It's like some Call of Duty, like RPG stuff going on. He pulls out his summons. He brings up Beru, however you say the Ant King's name, his new name, into the fold, makes him one of his minions. We all saw this was coming, but boy, it's epic. Like he's the first one that's able to talk, and then he goes out there and he's just cutting through the ants that were formerly like his little bros, and it's epic stuff. Because before, remember, just a couple episodes, he was beheading dudes, and now he's like on their side, on the S-Class Hunter side, taking out the ants. So that was really cool to see. I mean, just the twist. We also got to see like the dude from the first episode that Jinwoo went on the mission with, in the temple. Oh my god, look at the jiggle physics right there. We also got to see the girl that originally Jinwoo, the first best girl that Jinwoo had a crush. Well, she had a crush on him. I think he had a crush on her, and she's still feeling him. And she knows, even though it's the Ant King, that it's Jinwoo that saved them, which is kind of cool. Hopefully we get more missions with them in the future. I also like this shot here where they're like pulling up the barrier around the helicopter and they're trying to escape. That was really epic. Like, let me pull that shot right here. It's like, there's not much we can do. They're trying to escape and they're just like going through the ants. That was pretty cool. Like, I like that. That was a really cool shot right there. Then, it breaks. Eventually the barrier breaks. Like, they were trying their best, dude. Like, they were going through so many ants. It's crazy all these ants just came out of the woodwork. But then, Jinwoo saves them. He hops on his dragon, takes out a bunch of them. He looks like the fucking Night King from Game of Thrones. I mean, just real epic, of course. It's Jinwoo. What do you expect? Then we get to see apparently some of the ants escape to China. And, the Navy's like going to attack them. But like, hold up. We got our own guy who's like, S-Class or above that. And he just takes out these 2 daggers, does like some Bankai shit, and takes all these guys out, all these ants out in like one shot. So, I don't know, like, the level of this kind of flex. Like, is this one of his best attacks, or is this like a casual attack? If it's a casual attack, this guy might be more powerful than Jinwoo. If this is like his top attack, then I don't know, because Jinwoo was holding back against a lot of these ants, so it's hard to really say. Then we get to see the funeral from everybody. Mainly they focus it on Min, who was killed. But who is this girl? Who's this girl? Like, was there another, like, best girl that was killed? Like, I remember the girl that got beheaded, but, like, I don't know who that girl was. Then, we get to see that Jinwoo tells the old dude that he's going to start his own guild, but I think it's going to be the Rich Kids Guild, mainly his buddies guild. So then the next big thing this episode, arguably the biggest thing for the next season, whenever we get that, we get to see some dudes that are sent into the cave, an island, to take out, some remaining ants. And they encounter these two mysterious dudes, okay? One dude kind of looks like Yunho. He's like kind of like furry and like super jacked. And, you see like his hands here. Like, watch this shit. And then you get to see this dude, okay, who kind of looks like an Otsutsuki. Okay, he looks like an Otsutsuki level character. And I don't know, again, who these guys are, but they bring up something about Jinwoo. Like, why would Jinwoo help them? Or why would he help them? Which, it seems like they're talking about Jinwoo. They don't say Jinwoo's name, but they say, like, why would he help them? There's really nobody else they could be talking about. So, it goes, it was definitely his power. So very strange, someone like that helping humans. So, is there more to Sung Jinwoo's power than even we know? Is it possible this is not just like maybe some sort of simulation thing, but maybe he's got some sort of, god powers going on as well? Like, is he the reincarnation of a god? Is he part god? Like, what is going on here? And then they open up these gates and they escape. Make it even more mysterious when they leave, okay? When they go through these portals that kind of look like the Gorgatas or whatever they call them from Bleach. We get to see Jinwoo's dad here in like his prison outfit, and it's like, what's going on there? So he's like spying on them. Interesting. Then we get to see everybody find out that Jinwoo's starting a guild, and they're all cloud chasing, trying to join his guild, his sister's friend. And then there's like a red gate on the highway that's like blocking everybody, and Jinwoo goes in there, but nobody knew it was a red gate, but he don't care. And that's where we get to see the epic final battle, along with some like really cool art of everybody. Thought that was cool. Another epic shot of Cha here, looking great. She's looking amazing. And that's it. The other thing that was really cool this episode that I liked is, when he makes, Min one of his necromancer minions, Min retains some of his, like, conscious. And we get to see that they do retain, like, some of their... I mean, we really got to see some of that previously, but it seems he's fully aware of what's going on. And apparently he was the one who told Jinwoo, like, hey, use my powers, even though I didn't hear it last episode. But apparently it's explained it was his idea to use his powers. And, like, his soul or whatever spoke to Jinwoo. So then Jinwoo brings him back. But then his buddy Yunho's like, no, he doesn't really like battle. So, like, let him go to the afterlife. And we get to see him have this one last, smile with his bro. And that was 10 out of 10 bromance right there. I really like that. That was another thing that was just really cool to see. So yeah, I mean, the next season, can't wait. Sucks that it's going to probably be like 6 months or maybe even a year. I think the creator, I don't know how accurate it is. Some of these news articles, they said it could be a long time, this time longer. So that would be longer than 6 months, because usually I think it's like a 6 month break. But yeah, I would say overall, the more I think about it, I'm gonna say it was 10 out of 10. Honestly, or at least a 9.5 out of 10. I know a lot of people saying like they wanted more, but after everything we just went over, I would say it was a really good episode. It's really hard to argue that this episode was mid, as the kids would say. This episode was a good episode, and it really delivered on character development, on building things up for the next season, introducing those two mysterious characters who are probably like god level characters. And then, of course, getting to see a lot of the older characters, getting some epic battles, throwing that little epic battle at the end there with the Ant King now as Buru, or however you say his new name. All of that was chef's kiss. That was perfect. So, yeah, if you haven't seen this episode, which you probably have, go watch it. If not, I'm sure you probably agree it was a great episode. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to follow. It is greatly appreciated. And peace out.